Hello guys, welcome back to the Laker family. I'm going to be discussing the latest game between the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets. This game, I felt honestly, we would have been better off just sitting Anthony Davis and LeBron James if we wasn't going to approach this game with a determining winning effort as far as taking the Brooklyn Nets seriously. Obviously, we did not take them seriously, and that was evident in the start that we had of this game. It happens. I'm not totally upset. There's nights in the NBA where even the sorriest team, the stars can align for them. Everything kind of seems to go their way. Shots fall that normally doesn't fall. And then the perfect storm happens where your team the ball just doesn't bounce their way. They don't get the 50-50 balls. They don't get the calls, what have you. I'm not blaming this game on calls, but just in a whole, sometimes a perfect storm can happen like that for your team to lose. And we still only lost by 2 points. That was because of the Herculean effort that our team showed. They did show heart in this game, so that's why I'm not completely mad at them. They were able to cut back into the lead late in this game, get back into it, because the third quarter of this game was atrocious. And when it started kind of getting away from us, it got real sloppy. But then the Lakers creeped back into it in the fourth quarter, and ultimately they ended up on the last possession where LeBron James had a chance at a layup, and the ball actually looked like it was going in, and it just looked fluky how the ball bounced out of the rim and came out. Like, I literally thought it was going in, and it went out of bounds, so we had a second crack at it. LeBron drives the second time, and this time he dishes it to Anthony Davis, and he has a chance for an open three and misses it. It looked good. That shot, when he released it, I thought it was good too, and that bounced off out of the rim. So it's just the luck of the draw. It just wasn't meant for us to win that game. But like I said, I would, if we didn't, since we didn't come out with that urgency like we did against the Clippers and the Bucks, we would have been better off just seeing what some of the other guys had on the bench versus the Nets. And, that probably would have gave Kyle Kuzma some more shots, some more opportunities to kind of get more of a flow with his game, get more comfortable with his game. And giving other guys like, Morris, Caruso, Cook, giving those guys more minutes to gain some type of confidence against a team that we obviously didn't take serious to begin with. So I just feel like there were some silver linings in this game, but at the same time, there were some reoccurring bad things. Like, we still taking way too many threes, 15 for 40. And the turnovers, 14, which actually was good for our standards. We normally stay around the 16, 17, 18 range of turnovers per game. The free throws, we only went to the line 12 times versus them going to the line 23 times. So if it's that much of a disparity of attempts from the free throw line, you can't go 7 for 12. When you only went 12, you can't go 7 for 12. That was the difference in the game. You missed, You missed five free throws. And the game, we lost by 2 points. So we got to do better with these free throws, man. We got to do better. I felt Bradley came out hunting for a shot a little too much. Maybe he was trying to prove that he could keep that swagger going. Prove to everybody that he's more of a scorer than just a defensive player. You know, he just came off that good scoring game, 24 points against the Clippers, and it felt like he came out trying to prove to everybody that he can still do that he's capable of consistently doing that. And he shot 4 for 11. He started out okay, but then he cooled completely off because he just kept hunting for his shot. When some of those shots could have went to LeBron, Davis, Kuzma, and I feel like Frank Vogel didn't give Kuzma enough minutes, only 22 minutes. And the guy was cooking when he was out there. 6 for 9, 14 points, 5 rebounds. He's been looking better as of late, and Frank Vogel didn't give Kyle Kuzma enough time out there. So I don't know what more Kuzma has to do to earn more minutes from Frank Vogel. Morris, I feel like Morris and his brother, they both haven't been up to par on the scoring aspect since they've been acquired by, Morris went to the Clippers, and we have the brother, obviously, but both of them have not lived up to their standards scoring-wise with either team. And that'll eventually come once they get more acclimated into the offense and find out exactly where their niche at, when they're supposed to score, when they're not supposed to take a shot. And he only had 0 points, so that was obviously disappointing. But I'm not too worried about that because that will eventually, his shots will eventually fall. And LeBron will find a way to get him involved more into the offense. But people that's been here is the more disappointing ones to me, like Rondo, only 3 points, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, so the 2 assists don't count. Just completely trash yesterday. Danny Green, he has had some notable defensive games here and there, but his offense as a whole this year has been completely underachieved and disappointing, to say the least. And I'm still waiting for him to earn his paycheck on that offensive end. We know what you can do in spurts defensively, but you haven't done anything memorable offensively yet. I'm still waiting, Danny Green, for you to earn that. JaVale McGee has been regressing over the past week or so. I don't know what's going on. And only 4 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block. That's not going to get it done. That's not going to get it done. Especially when you're going up against a young athletic center like Jared Allen and DeAndre Jordan. We need more. We need more from those key positions if we want to maintain our level of dominance. And the Brooklyn Nets, their guys, Dinwiddie and LeVert, both of those guys are capable of going ballistic, scoring wise. But they had 23 and 22 apiece. And then the rest of the guys kind of fell in place around them. And they just played gritty and like they wanted it more, and they deserved it, point blank. So we could have stole it at the end, but tell you the truth, the Brooklyn Nets fought hard enough to the point to where they deserved to win. And that pretty much summed up that game. I wanted this game because we could afford to drop one of these next tougher games coming up if we would have took care of the easy team, which we have the Rockets next, and then we have the Jazz twice. We have the Nuggets and then the Jazz twice. We would have been able to afford to drop 1 or 2 of those games if we would have took care of business. This puts us in a position to where it's almost like those next 4 games are must wins if we want to stay in the hunt for the number 1 overall seed. We were only 1 game back in the loss column of the Bucks before this loss, and this kind of just we took some damage with this loss. So I thought the Lakers were on a mission to take that number 1 seed from the Bucks, but obviously it's not that important to them if they went into this Nets game playing down to the competition. Obviously, they feel like it's not that important to have their number 1 overall seed. Who knows? I thought it was an important feat for them to want to get. But we'll see what it looks like coming up with these next 4 tough games. And we'll see what our Lakers, the mindset of what our Lakers are, coming up. And I will be recapping the next game. And as always, thank y'all for watching my channel. And if y'all haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Like, share as well, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.